Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming out on this cool afternoon. Very weird time to be having this open mic. We don't normally do it during the afternoon.
Yeah, some of us didn't know that. Some of us came from Leander.
I got your
leaving
email.
Yeah.
You did, that's how long it took me to get here.
And speeds and access effective law involved.
Well, thank you so much for making it all the way from Leander. We're glad that you're all here. So, since we are approaching very, very soon Christmas time, I would like to share a very fond childhood Christmas memory. Sometimes we would spend Christmas on my dad's side of the family with my Tia Lola, which is his sister. And this was in North Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas. Does anybody know Wichita Falls?
Yes,
Oh, wow, that's where I'm originally from. So, of course, over there, it would get really cold and actually snow. Which I miss so much. But that is not quite the fond memory. What I want to tell you about my Tia Lola's house is she lived at the top of the hill that was called, what we called Fillmore Hill. There's a street called Fillmore, and we would call it Fillmore Hill. Because my mom, well, we didn't have a whole lot of money when I was younger. Well, I guess we still don't. But it doesn't seem to matter as much now as it did then. But we didn't have a whole lot of money, just like my mom growing up. She didn't have a whole lot of money growing up either. So her dad, my papa, she's one of 7 children. So, of course, having to provide for so many kids, he would do what they would call free fun. And free fun was a thing called Fillmore Hill. And what we did at Fillmore Hill was when we would get to that hill, Mom would speed up in the car and we'd go flying down that hill and woo! And we'd go round again and go back down it 3 or 4 times. So that was one thing that was always fun about going to my Tia Lola's. Now, once we would get inside Tia Lola's, she had an older house, and right when you entered was the front parlor. And it had, a living room set and a gas fireplace. And that fireplace was always so warm and inviting, and she would always have it turned down real low. And she had a front window in that front parlor. And in front of that window was a Christmas tree. And at my Tia Lola's, there wasn't very much to do. It was all the aunts and uncles just sitting around visiting, and of course the TV would be on news or sports. It was just not too fun. But what I liked the most about my Tia Lola's was her angel that she had on the top of the Christmas tree. I have never seen one like it. And I don't know if she still has it, but I believe it was kind of like a rubber kind of doll angel with just a white satin dress. But what was so special about it is it would play different Christmas carols. It would just do a like da 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 da, and it would blink also. And I always look forward to going to my Tia Lola's just to hear the little angel on the top of the tree and to watch it blink. Of course, this is when I could still see. And to watch it blink and all the lights blink along with it and hear it singing all the different songs, So that was my Christmas memory that I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. next on the list. If you want to do
Alright.
something. Do you need it? Would you like the chair?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I will, 'cause
Hey Bear, how you
that
doing?
wa- Good, how are you doing?
Remember you from last time?
Yeah, all right.
Go for it.
Good to see you. And normally I type up all my stuff, so if I can get through my own writing, that'll be the big test here. I'm currently going through like a real transition in my life where I've had hepatitis C since 1997, and I'm a veteran, and I was able to get transferred out to another doctor, and what I'm doing is I'm doing that newest Hep C cure, which is supposed to be very effective. And I've never been able to do anything because my blood platelets are too low. So they were afraid of like bleeding or something like that. So anyway, as a result of that, I really feel very strongly about and confident that I'm going to be healed. And if you know anything about Buddhism, there is a bodhisattva who is a person dedicated to alleviating the suffering of the world. And her name is Kuan Lin. You may have seen her, like, if you've ever been to like a temple or monastery. She has many hands, and she is called the hearer of the voice of suffering, in the world. So that's where my prayers have been going, and I've written some stuff about it as well, just my, some of the things that I felt that I needed to write, for hymns and stuff like that. And this one is called A Prayer to Kuan Lin, actually. The many gods in the world may be the same gods with different names, depending on the religion, the cultural context, the language, the psychosocial of the society, psychosocial symptoms. Oh, all praises without end, praises our history and prehistory, adorations to you, oh, you beautiful lady, adorations to the utmost. Your name means hearer of the cries of the world. The name being exact of your love, gracious goddess. That's that one. That's the first one. I have another one here I wanted to do. Yeah, this is also, it's called Kuan Lin Rescuer. I'm lost at sea in the bottom rungs of the menacing captain's ship. Being at the bottom of a swell is like a hiker staring, neck and eyes bulging out of his head at a western adobe dirt escapade. A butte near a vacuous landscape where all do reside. Pure land, distant land. Green of faces garnish. In this pressed down condition, Kuan Lin lifts up, rescues the drowning puppies. So that's that one. Thank you very much. I wonder if I can read that one. I wonder if that writing will actually. Okay, here's another one. I guess I'm on a kind of a spiritual theme today. This is about the Tao, which is also an Eastern, many of you probably are familiar with it, way, versus Holy Writ, if you want to say that. The beauty of the Tao is the way she can stretch the wide gorge. On side, she says, all is emptiness. On this side, I'll die of non-motion sickness. These are reactions that are at extremes, so very hard to balance. He who talks doesn't know. He who knows doesn't talk. This is what Lao Tzu told us in a book of 5,000 words. If he was the one who knew it, knew how, and he had been such a blabbermouth, he wanted to get it out. Po Chi, who is a poet and a stand-up comedian. Now that's amazing, yeah. And he gets into a Lao Tse book. It's great. There is a denizen, there is a tension in loving the Tao. Feel the fact that the Tao has made all things, keeps all things alive and well, preparing our minds, keeping us out of hell. She says, I'm here for you. And that means that all that is the Tao's is ours as well. There's infinite possibilities. You know, it's just we who limit ourselves. Tao is there. She must never push. She's never pushy or demanding in the Christian social sphere. She doesn't dispossess and possess. Rather, she wants to give out democratic skills and to hell with meds and pills. I think that's it.